Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I'm a spiritual life coach, and I help you discover and integrate your own unique truth. I have an intuitive message for you about your week. Let's get started. Eight of Cups, departure. Very interesting place to start. There's an excitement coming to me with this card. That you've realized that you've culminated a certain phase and you're ready to move on. Kind of like the landscape has started to bore you and you're just ready for something different. So this feels like a positive movement, a positive shift. The guides are saying something about depth. Which way are you going with that? Okay, they're saying about coming out of the depth to realize that there may be some superficial changes that you need to make in your world to allow this shift to really move you forward. But that all in all, you're kind of sensing that it's time. It's just that there may be some of you who are a little bit more laid back, a little more slow, a little more relaxed about actually making the move. So let's look at what comes next. We've got the Tower as your beneficial energy, and the Four of Feathers, optimism. Okay, these are such drastically different cards. The energy that holds you back is actually this Four of Wands, this optimism card, whereas the Tower is what brings you forward. This is fascinating to look at because the Four of Wands can be about building a good foundation, whereas the Tower is breaking apart the foundation in order to make a better one. And right now, because of the way these two cards are, it's the Tower energy that's going to help you, completely dissolving your foundation in order to figure out where you need to build from next. The Four of Wands feels to me like that energy that says, it's all right. It's not perfect. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. I'll deal with it. Or kind of glossing over something which may not be okay with you at all, but just, no, it's all right. Whereas the Tower is, nope, we can't keep going anymore like this. In the original deck, there's actually two people falling out of the Tower, out of the top of the Tower. And when I sometimes give readings for clients and the Tower comes up and we're talking about the relationship, you can see the people literally being pulled apart. Why am I telling you this? I had a reason. Because there's a real day of reckoning, coming to terms with what is absolutely important to you. What do you actually really need? So while you're looking forward to this shift and this change, and I'm going on a different phase of my journey, the Tower is saying, let's hold your feet to the fire a bit more and get you even more aware of what you're actually needing to break away from and what you're needing to leave behind. It's as if this card is on steroids. Leaving isn't good enough. Tearing apart, coming to grips with what actually was never going to work, it's a real truth serum kind of energy. It's almost like a Sagittarius kind of thing, where, leaving wasn't good enough. You have to know why, and all of the reasons, and all of what wasn't making this okay. Let me see if I can give you an example. Sometimes when you walk into a place and it doesn't feel right, and you need to leave, but you're not quite sure why, sometimes staying in the place a little longer and asking some questions will give you the insight you need to, that's why I didn't feel right. Maybe the energy was weird, or maybe these two people are fighting, or maybe the owner is involved in something dodgy. That kind of information is really valuable because then it gives you more awareness, when you find another situation, you feel the same way, then you can know exactly that's what's going on behind the scenes. That's the best it's the best explanation I can come up with for you, because the tower is just asking you to go a bit deeper. And I think maybe that's what my guides were trying to say with that when they kept saying the word depth, that it's not just I'm miserable or I'm done with this stage and I'm moving on. It's why? Why didn't this work for me? Why couldn't I feel like I was standing on solid ground? Okay? It's really asking you to consider deeper. Let's get a little bit more message. 3 of Roots, work. 6 of Cups, happiness. And Daughter of Arrows. Okay. So in this process, it's a very multifaceted process. You are going to feel these intense moments of happiness. It's like this elated joy that I'm feeling right now. And you're going to be discovering a lot of different things. We've got the 3 of Roots there, and combining your plans with your inspiration. So you're going to be doing some practical work as well as just feeling very inspired. But the Sloth here, the Daughter of Arrows, is asking you to proceed with a little bit more caution. Just because everything feels so blissful and wonderful, make sure that you're really taking time to think this through and to think about your plan all the way, and to, again, think into that depth. Because when you're feeling good, your defenses are down. When you're involved in the work and you're getting excited and things are opening up, again, your defenses are down. He's looking down. Daughter of Arrows wants you to have a sharper view of what's above, what's below, what's in front, what's behind, so that you don't fall into this situation again, where you have to leave so abruptly, where you have to leave so drastically. This Daughter of Arrows is saying, be a little bit more aware, be a little bit more cognizant of what's going on. Keep your eyes open for the truth, not always the ease, but the truth. Okay, I think we're going to end it there. Pisces, thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. I do really look forward to doing these readings all week, and I look forward to perhaps hearing from you. Hear from me, I always hear from me, to hearing from you if you feel so compelled. And if not, that's totally fine too. Look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one, Pisces.